up going on, guys? Redneck Videos over here. Part 7 of building my farm on you, buddy. So let's get down to it. What's going on, YouTube? Coming at you with another video over here. This is gonna be part 6, I think. Gonna be doing a crankshaft pulley on this. The one I got right now is, I don't know, 20 plus years old, and I'm looking to replace it because it's getting worn out. This is a crankshaft pulley right here. This one's the F20b crankshaft pulley. Also the same as the H22 VTEC and the Euro R pulley. Now this one doesn't have a row for power steering, so that's going to benefit me because I won't have that extra mass going around, and it's honestly useless for me to have another row. And the reason that these don't have that row is because they're electronic power steering. So I'm going to be showing you step by step how to do this. Let's get going to it. Alright, so first step, I'm going to show you my setup to do this. What I've done already is I've loosened this motor mount right here. It's a 17 mil. I have a jack stand under it, and I have over here a breaker bar on a jack stand with a piece of wood. Now that's a 19 millimeter in there for the crankshaft bolt. Over here I have a socket and this hexagon piece. You can find this piece at O'Reilly's AutoZone, Napa, places like that. That makes it so the crankshaft doesn't move when you try to pop this thing out. And quick discussion over here about lightweight pulleys versus OEM. Now, if I were you, I wouldn't be running lightweight pulleys. I mean, yeah, they're super light, but they aren't even balanced. They're just a piece of metal, and look at all that. That's from previous wear. I was not running this pulley, but previous owner on one of my H22 motors was running it. And another thing to discuss, right here we have 6 rows, because this is H22. This is F22, 5 rows. Now, another thing that I want to say about these, so they're gonna eat up your bottom end. You really need that dampener, and it does its job, so stay OEM. All the high horsepower guys run OEM, and there's a reason why. Alright, so I got my setup over here. Anyways, when I push down on this, I got that ratchet over there. It's gonna jam up against that, looks like the axle or your lower control arm, whichever way you set it up. That's gonna make the crankshaft make the crankshaft not move. So I'm gonna try this, and hopefully it works. And look at that, first try Fridays. Just kidding, it's Sunday. So we're gonna take this out. Stop messing with that. I'm pretty surprised that was first try, because these aren't very fun to do. So just like run that bolt out. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen, a magnificent bolt. Anyways, looks like this one doesn't have any Loctite on it. Shout out to whoever put this in, because you didn't use Loctite. Whatever. Now that I got this out, next step I'm going to do, I'm going to loosen up that pulley for the alternator. Just to make it easier when I put this all back together. I'm going to be loosening that right there. That would be a 14. There we go. 14 right there. Next one down here under the alternator pulley, that will be a 12. that will actually make the alternator shift forward. And then right here we have a 10. Good way to get that is this little ratchet. It's a little handy guy right here. Alright, so we're going to loosen this top one. I like to give it a few smacks just to loosen it up. And before you do this also, you want to disconnect your negative on your battery. You don't need to, but I like to do it. Never a problem being too safe. What I like to do, I like to push it out to tighten it, and then I can use the slack to my advantage and take out or loosen this bolt up, which will make it slide forward, and then the belt should pop off like so. Next thing, I'm gonna wiggle this off. Here's our culprit right here. Okay, right here is our problem. See this chipping away? This allows it to not do what it's supposed to do. Look, really hard to get that on video, but anyways, I could almost pop this thing off if I really wanted to. That's how bad it is. It's got play. Here's a comparison. F20b right here. Dampener is good on this one. Dampener's not so good on this one. Alright, so now I got this all set up. I got my torque bar. This bolt's rated for 163. Mine didn't go that far for my torque bar, so I went to O'Reilly's. Put 90 bucks down to borrow this. They're gonna give me my 90 back once I return it, 48 hours. So that's a pretty cool deal. So I got this at 163, and I got my setup in here so the crankshaft doesn't move, or so the pulley doesn't move. If it does move, not a big deal, because this isn't going to affect the timing at all. Now, what I'm going to do now, I got it all wedged in. I'm going to hit 163 on this. And I did put Loctite on it, so. Alright, you heard the click, it's in. That's just about it. Put that alternator pulley back on, and it should be good. Okay, so now I'm going to slide this over. What I do is I put it sideways like that, and then slide it under. That's the easiest way to do it. But now that I don't have that power steering pulley, it's a lot easier now. Look at that. A lot easier. Then I'm going to tighten this up, and I'll come back. You're going to want this alternator belt about that tight, right there. Tighten up this one on the top, one in the middle, and those two at the bottom, those two 10 mils. Make sure those are tight. Next step, I took out this bolt right here for my engine mount. I want to put this bolt back in it. As you can see, or well, you can't see it very well, but it doesn't line up all the way, so I got my jack under it. I'm going to jack it up, make it line up, hit it with impact, and this job will be done.